The popular image of the Roman toga as a casual, lightweight bedsheet is a historical fabrication. The authentic toga virilis was a massive semicircular textile feat spanning nearly 6 meters in length and 2.5 meters in width. Woven from dense, heavy wool, it functioned as a physical burden, weighing heavily on the left shoulder to restrict rapid movement. It was impossible to don unaided. A vestiplicus, or specialized slave, was required to arrange the complex sinus, lap, and umbo hood folds, pinning the wearer into a restrictive, stifling display of Roman citizenship. For those seeking political office, the standard natural wool was insufficient. Candidates donned the toga candida, literally shining white, often rubbed with white chalk or creta to dazzle the electorate. However, maintaining this blinding luminosity against the mud and grime of the Subura required more than surface dust. It demanded the services of the Fulonica, an industrial laundry complex that utilized a sophisticated, pungent chemical arsenal. Here, the visual majesty of the Roman Empire was maintained not by gold, but by the strategic application of aged urine, ammonia, and sulfurous fumes. The primary chemical agent utilized in the Fulonica was not soap, but aged fermented urine. When allowed to stagnate in open vats, the urea in human waste decomposes into ammonia, a potent alkaline base with a high pH. This caustic solution was chemically essential for saponification, a reaction where the ammonia attacks the hydrophobic lanolin grease naturally present in sheep's wool, converting the lipids into soluble salts that can be easily rinsed away with water. Once saturated with this biological detergent, the heavy fabric was submerged in narrow stalling vats known as pilae fulonicae. Here, workers performed the saltus fulonicus, or fuller's dance. Standing ankle-deep in the ammoniacal sludge, they trampled the cloth for hours. This mechanical agitation was critical. It utilized rhythmic pressure to force the alkaline liquor through the dense weave, effectively scouring organic stains while simultaneously felting the wool fibers into a tighter, more durable, and water-resistant finish. To fuel these operations, the industry required a massive, steady supply of nitrogen-rich liquid. The Fulones placed amphorae and cut-off dolia at street corners, actively soliciting contributions from the Roman bladder to maintain their industrial production quotas. Once rinsed of ammonia, workers applied creta fulonia, or fuller's earth. This hydrous aluminum silicate clay served as a high-capacity adsorbent, stripping the last traces of lanolin. Fullers favored simoleon earth from the island of Kymelos, rubbing it into the fabric to optically brighten the weave. This mineral treatment prevented natural yellowing, preparing the surface for the hazardous chemical bleaching that followed. For the toga candida's blinding finish, the cloth underwent sulfuratio. Workers draped damp garments over a viminia cavea, a conical wicker frame, above burning sulfur brimstone. The resulting sulfur dioxide gas acted as a reducing bleach, chemically neutralizing color compounds in the fiber. This fumigation occurred in sealed rooms to concentrate the toxic fumes, a necessary danger to achieve the required pristine whiteness. Finally, workers carded the surface using spina fulonia, brushes of dried thistles or hedgehog skins, to raise the nap. The fabric was then compressed within a torculous screw press. This high-pressure flattening smoothed the fibers, imparting a glossy sheen that distinguished a senator's attire from a commoner's tunic. The industrial scale of this ammonia extraction eventually drew imperial intervention. Emperor Vespasian, stabilizing the treasury after the chaos of the Year of the Four Emperors in 69 AD, enforced the vectigal urinae. This was a direct tax on the urine harvesting network that spanned Rome's public latrines and the street corner dolia jars where citizens relieved themselves, formally monetizing the nitrogen cycle. Historian Suetonius records that when Titus complained of this foul revenue stream, Vespasian held a coin to his son's nose, likely a silver denarius derived from the tax, and asked if the scent offended him. The resulting proverb, pecunia non olet, money has no smell, encapsulates the Roman approach to utility. Economic value supersedes sensory disgust. This creates the defining paradox of the Roman state. The toga candida, the etymological root of the word candidate, symbolized moral purity and political legitimacy, yet its blinding luminance was chemically impossible without the city's excrement. The grandeur of the empire was maintained not just by marble and legions, but by the sophisticated, pungent engineering of the Phallonica, which transmuted biological waste into the immaculate fabric of power.